just like to make sense of me. That doesn't make any sense to me. You know, that he would want to get rid of slavery. I mean, the 13th Amendment and reinstate. That's help. Can somebody help that make sense to me? I don't see any more comments, and so I'll wait for your comments. While I wait to your comments, yesterday, Al sent me a video somewhere in Philadelphia. Now, this is going to sound really, it's mind-blowing.
It is.
This video,
we've been exposed, brothers. We've been exposed.
This video featured fully grown. When I say fully grown,
Uncle Remus.
I didn't say Uncle Remus.
Well, I said Uncle Remus. I say Uncle Remus.
Men that's roughly around my father's age, give or take, my dad's in
handkerchief
the 70s,
heads,
were in a barber shop that's operated by Asians that were getting their hair faded. Okay, now these Asians set up shop in the black community, and a friend of mine who lives in the area said that barbershop is in the hood.
We're talking about a rough area.
He said it's in the hood, rough area, a part of town, and so I was like, that's even more gangster. That these Asians went into the rough side of town, if that's what they're calling it, and set up a black barbershop.
Because they know one thing blacks are going to do, is, especially men, we're going to get our hair cut.
But how y'all talking about us, the sisters sitting up in the nail shop, and y'all sitting up in a black barber shop? I'm sure in every neighborhood there's at least 2 barber shops, black owned, that you can go to. Mm-hmm. And so what the Asians set up in your neighborhood, now you going to go get all your money? And then the guy who was recording it was like, wow.
Right, I need a job.
Can y'all hire a brother? I've been a barber for 27 years. You got an empty chair. And the dude was like, no, basically we're all full here, and they're laughing at him. Mm-hmm. And so it sounds like he knew some of the guys that were in the barbershop, and he called him Ernest or Earl or something. He said, dang, Ernest, that's how you going out like that?
Yep.
You gonna give these Asians your money? And
yep.
You know, instead to the black people, he said, yep.
That's right.
I was flabbergasted, like, damn. They brothers' money too?
Yeah, look, I was mad because it exposes us, brother, because here we are being so hard on these sisters, and we're not leading by example.
Yeah, y'all talk, man. Let y'all walk by a nail shop, see some black women in there getting their nails done by Asian women. Y'all gonna pull off your toupee. But there's a shop full of brothers sitting in there getting their hair braided.
Right.
And the dude, they laughing at this brother, and the black dudes just sitting up there. Yep. I'm giving money to them. Mm-hmm. No shame in the game. And so the dude was like, well, golly.
And you know, and the sad thing was, he's right there, and the Asians are telling him, we're not going to hire any black folks. We're not hiring. You should have got your black ass up off of that chair and walked out.
You know why? Because I don't know what the prices are in that barbershop. I guarantee you they're probably a little bit cheaper than, you know, Brother Man barbershop down the street, and that's how they get us. Because when you go to an Asian nail shops, you can get a full set. I don't know what a full set is now, but back in the day, $17.99 for a full set of nails. But, you know, if you go in the black shop, it probably costs a little bit more, but people don't understand why. It's because there's less black people going to the black businesses. The Asian shit, they run circles around us because sometimes they got 3 and 4 nail shops on one block. Only know one stretch of a boulevard.
And they're all related. So the money centralized.
That's what you're supposed to do. But they set up a barbershop in a black neighborhood. I said, oh my God. That is like, that to me is beyond gangster. Just like,
and they were laughing.
Yeah. With them setting up a barbershop in a black neighborhood, cutting black men's hair, said, what y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't gonna do a damn thing.
Right, you ain't gonna bust a grape.
Y'all ain't gonna bust a grape. We wish y'all would. That's pretty much what they said by setting up shop in a black neighborhood. Well, it just floored me. But anyway, hey Al, you says at the game, but you are more important.
What? Man, you better be watching your team because the Cowboys gonna get in that ass tonight.
We ain't talking about.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Al, they gonna get in your ass tonight.
Tay says, let me tell you, the best hairstylist I ever had was a Korean woman. I was in Seoul, though.
It was in Korea,
Asians
yeah.
Are moving into the hood knowing that black folks will pay for a cheaply cut. Like, do we not have any loyalty?
You know, and don't get me wrong, they are skilled and they do what they do. But the point is, though, number one, they know they ain't gonna get their ass whooped, and then even if they do get an alternate, they can treat you like shit, and we'll come back for more.
But why? Why? I just don't get it. I mean, I get it. Like black women, we into our hair. You know, we are into their hair.
You better be into your hair.
Unless you like me, where you kind of going bald. Look, I don't know why I'm going bald.
You going bald? What are you talking about? All that hair you got in your family, shoe.
I don't understand the men though.
We've been exposed, brothers. Now we got to look. Now we can't say nothing.
I don't want to be a negative, but is it safe to say maybe we're doomed? I mean, no, I don't know. Until you said full set. You said, "Oops, full set will run you $30." I went on a mission to find a black nail tech and paid a little more, but it was worth it. Yeah, because it's worth it to keep the money in our community. Together, we are better. Eventually, we will be able to have 2 and 3 nail shops on the same corner.
Right now, you are saying, pay a little bit more if the service is good.
Romel.
But we're not saying don't pay more if the service is terrible.
Yeah, because
I mean, keep me there, but you might not want to tip. But
you let the Asians set up a barbershop in the hood, in the black community.
Oh, is that Romel?
Yes.
I haven't seen him since back in the day.
And it had almost every chair was full.
Yes. Very, very sad. Very sad.
Yeah, but Romel says, I don't wear no man piece of hair.
Hey, brother.
Got a lot of hair.
Yeah, hey, brother.
You should give me some.
Yeah, out here in the desert, it's too hot to have all that on your head, man.
Okay.
I had to let mine go.
Was it by choice or you had to?
Oh, I had to. I got my father's hairline.
Okay. All right. So, Arson, you said, who cares? Who blames whom? The fact is that both black men and women are wrong. I cannot believe how shameless we have become. I don't call the Asians gangster. I call the brothers stupid.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's see. I call the brothers stupid. They, the very fact that they set up shop there is because they knew they would have a clientele when they would think that they could come. They could not have any clientele. Why are we this way? Okay. Well, I say that the reason why I say that they're gangster, and you're right, it's a combination of they can be so gangster because they have black people down to a science in that what they gonna do.
Exactly. They
ain't gonna do nothing but make some YouTube videos, and they gonna come in here with a bow, and then that's gonna be it, and we gonna take all the mom and pop staple barbershops in the community. We're gonna take all their business.
Yeah, take all the business. Wait, what is the average price for a haircut?
My nephew was saying about $30 if he gets his beard.
Yeah, he gets the beard and stuff like that done.
Yeah.
Now, 2 blocks over from where we're at right now, there is a Vietnamese guy named John's Barbershop. You can get your hair cut for $9.
See what I'm saying? How can you compete with that? Because there's more of them. They can these Negroes here for $9, and we fade them up.
Yeah, he does all that stuff for $9.
We know because they don't really have no loyalty like that.
Yeah, and I think $3 they'll do your beard.
They'll go spend all their money with other people, but when it comes to paying their people quality prices, and they gonna be that that's too high.
See, that's exactly why. Look, I can't look. I can't afford to do the $30 cut. I can't, but I'm giving my money to the Asian guy. So guess what? I'll just go all ball, and nobody gets nothing.
I feel you. No, but I mean that's how we think though.
Right.
That shit too. That's too high. This shit. He want $30.
Yeah.
But you went and gave the Indians.
Yeah.
$100 for you and your boo thing to sit down with Indian cuisine. Right. But you won't pay brother man $25 or so to get your hair cut. I mean,
Well, I was so lackey, it didn't make sense to be charged $30 for the little squiggle I had.
He would charge you about 50 cents to go get it. You done. And Romel says, laugh about gotta get it one day, maybe when I renew my 25th anniversary next year. Well,
there you go.
Dang, 25 years, Romel? Gosh, you ain't but 27.
I know. Starting early, brother.
For 25 years. Man.
That's a blessing.
I always say this. Romel was one of the first people I met when I moved to River Tucky.
God.
Was it like 1983, 84?
Yeah,
or something like that.
Me and Romel, we just had government class together.
I heard about that government class.
Yeah, that's the only time you saw me at Northern Vista.
Was Walter in that class?
Yes,
too?
he was.
I heard about y'all, how y'all did. I can't think of that lady name, but that lady, I think she quit teaching at the point.
Yeah, she did. But it wasn't because of us, though.
That ain't what I heard.
No, that ain't because of us.
That ain't what I heard. Anyway, yeah, I just thought I would share that with you guys. To me, that was just like, I was almost devastated a little bit. Like, all right, we know the sister going through some things with, pulling ourselves away from the Asian beauty supplies and the nail shops, but what is the brothers? Like, golly.
I was so ashamed when I saw that video. Yes, I mean, look
me up.
I don't get any. I was surfing YouTube on my TV, and I sometimes check on Dee's channel on YouTube, Dimitri, and I saw the video and I saw it. Look, it was late at night. I called this chick. I was like, oh my Lord, my Lord, my Lord.
It is what the truth is what you see.
Wow.
Okay? Hey, Jonelle, you say they know we are asleep and have been made mentally dead by 400 years of conditioning to look to others for our needs. We are bred to be consumers and wait on Jesus. We run from math, from cause and effect. Mm-hmm. We believe in ghosts to do for us. And white people, so yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
man, break it down, brother.
It's just...
But here's my thing though. Okay, you're woke. Jontel's woke. A lot of your Jonelle. I'm sorry. A lot of your viewers are woke.
Uh-huh. I thought we was woke, but now we got the men going.
No. But and I don't know this too. I got relatives, whatever. I got nieces, and you're saying, okay, boom, 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 do this, and then they just go totally left, and you're like, okay, wait a minute.
But to his point, though, I mean, we just been conditioned to have everybody else do for us.
Yeah.
What we can't do for ourselves. And that's kind of what I thought about the whole Kavanaugh. Mm-hmm. What is he going to do for us or do to us
that hasn't already been done?
I mean, gosh. And the only thing I can think of he can do is just knock on the door and shoot us and be like, next.
Yeah. And funny because Saturday, I went and, I was watching CNN and looking at some clips at, seeing the uproar that was supposed to happen. And all these white women are out there, which is cool. And I saw a few sisters, and I had to shake my head because I'm like, they don't get it. Here you are protesting for this situation, but
you got black babies being aborted to the tune of more than people killed in the Vietnam War.
Or that alert you put out about the police that got convicted for killing.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about in just a few seconds.
Yeah. You don't see no black people protest our situations.
Well, we'll get to that.
But we're protesting theirs. We're
right.
quick.
Arson says, then in that case, we need a black mafia to target any black people who spends outside and about. The prices being lower, still not enough because other communities will prefer dealing with theirs. Before dealing with us, even if they could save money. We are too price conscious only when it comes to us, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think our generation will changing. We just have to make sure that we teach our children to put our people first. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. It is going to start with the babies.
Right. Now,
our children, plain and simple. I think us.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Maybe.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, but you also got to take into the fact that
Miss Roach.
Yeah, you also got to take into the fact that we are having a lot more mixed babies now. So how do you be pro-black if they are culturally challenged to have a culture?
Well, I mean, it's just what can you do about it?
Right.
And they said that black people make up roughly 13%, but with mixed babies, it's about 14 or so, give or take. So, mm-hmm. I mean, as they say, one drop rule makes you black.
Right. Mm-hmm. I agree.
But Ramel saying the teacher's name was Miss Roach. That was her name.
Yeah, Miss Roach. Yeah. No, I still have our senior picture thing, and she's like in the middle.
With her running out of the classroom. Yeah, I heard about that. That was infamous. And so, okay, I don't see any more comments in regards to that or Kanye. I think we decided to put the whole Kanye thing to bed because nobody mentioned it. But Tay says, you can be pro-black and be biracial. My son is mixed, but says he's black.
Hey, well, number one, Dominic is he's been in detention. I think he has a pass to detention this year. All that disruption that kid does.
Yeah, right.
Remember when he was over here loud and throwing stuff on the wall and kicking my cat and spitting on my dog?
Donovan should write fiction.
Romel.
But yeah, I mean, so I think that's all we have to say about that. But let's move on to one other important thing that happened this week. Some people will say it was historic and monumental.
Yes.
Jason Van Dyke, the police officer in Chicago, was convicted of aggravated assault. Laquan McDonald, who was gunned down in the middle of the street in Chicago. Now, what had happened was in 2014,
4 years it took for justice.
But what had happened was, let me get to Arson's point real quick. Mm-hmm. Well, Donovan, this goes back to the last phrase. Mm-hmm. My people First, anytime people ask if we could be pro-black and interracial in an interracial relationship, I always answer a big no.
Right. Okay.
But the kid may choose black, but is divided. Yeah, I mean, most I know who I can't think of too many interracial or biracial people that I know.
Look at your family.
No, I'm saying that have said that they are
white. Right. Yeah.
Most of them that I know say that they're black.
Right.
My man is black and white, but he's never met his white side of the family. He identifies as a black man. It's been raised by black people, so he doesn't know. He doesn't know what it is like to be raised white, if that makes any sense.
Right.
And so, and then Romel says a Kanye bust. Okay, now, so back to Jason Van Dyke, who was convicted on second-degree murder, 16 counts of aggravated assault.
All but one. He's convicted
all but one with misconduct or something.
Officer or something like
weird,
that. Yeah.
Something very weird. Okay, on Laquan McDonald, who was shot in his back originally. Once he fell to the ground,
21 shots.
Well, I think it was 16.
Yeah, no, but he shot the gun 21 times.
Right. So he was shot in the back and then fell down, and then Officer Van Dyke happened upon and walked upon it and continued shooting him as he was on the ground.
Wow.
And so, from that point, Van Dyke and the rest of the officers, all was self-defense. He was coming toward, y'all know the story. He was coming toward us wielding his big-ass machete, but it was a kitchen knife or something like that.
And it wasn't he was walking away.
I think it was what do you call those? Maybe a switchblade or something like that.
Knife, yeah.
But so originally, the police commissioner, whoever it was like, yo, it sounds like it was plausible to me. Sounds like it was defense to me. However, the dash cam came out that says, wait a second, hold up, wait a minute. Okay. Something's not right here. We see Laquan walking away from you. It's also said that Van Dyke wasn't even on the scene more than 30 seconds.
Right.
He hopped out of his car like Rambo and just started shooting
and
this
they
guy.
Also have an audio recording on their way to the scene.
Right.
He said, we're going to have to kill
right. That is true.
Guy.
And so, basically, he falsified the police report.
Not just him. There are other officers now. That's the question we need to look at.
They're on trial. Their trial is coming up soon.
But, there's 3 of them, but there's other people that they saw a lot of obstruction.
What had happened was, because of, to your point of the obstruction, it is said that Anita Alvarez, who was the state attorney, lost her job. They said that is probably why Rahm Emanuel is not running again. Also, that the political structure in Cook County is so corrupt that they have to go outside of Cook County to find a prosecutor who would not be biased against what was going on or for the police and stuff. And that's who you saw standing there in court fighting for the state against Van Dyke. And so, as it stands, he's convicted. Now, most experts are saying that he probably won't serve more than 10 years. Some people are saying 6 years.
6 years, at the most.
That some of the counts, aggravated assault, range from 4 to 20 years or 30 years or something like that.
Let me say something real quick. I really feel that if you are these police organizations and these unions need to be busted up, because you don't see the military having unions. You serve the public.
Well, that one is under investigation.
Right.
But obviously more corrupt than just that situation.
But I'm saying that these unions, when you are wielded to have a gun and to do these things, you should not be able to politically manipulate somebody. And it's in all kinds of countries where these unions are putting in their 2 cents.
Well, that's what happened right now. Even with this case, the police fraternal
organizations,
the KKK, for lack of better words, they're like, and I'm paraphrasing, but we're pissed off that he convicted. Right. There was no way he should have been convicted. He should be walking as a free man. He did his job. He did the right thing. But not once are they going to address the fact that Van Dyke had like 20 other complaints against him.
Right.
And I think the city of Chicago paid over almost $400,000 to a victim of his brutality. And so this is not a dude who was just, oh my gosh, I made a bad decision.
But like I said, I'm not saying the unions are bad things, but public service unions should be abolished. In the police I'm not talking about county municipality.
Well, check me, boo.
Right. You have a gun. Like I said, I was in the military. We have rifles. If every time I did something wrong and I'm a problem, the military says you got to go now. Right. We're not waiting next week.
The police officers, they have how is it that you can brutalize potentially 20 people and still have your job?
Right. And then why did it take years to get outright justice?
Well, because at first they said there was nothing here, but then when I guess it took a while to come out.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. But to take 4 years to give this family justice.
They did pay the family $5 million, although that doesn't replace the loss of your child.
Right.
But, of course, they're trying to find loopholes into it, which is why they have to go outside of the county to find the prosecutor. They knew one in Cook County was going to be riding dirty. And Jonelle, you say Laquan verdict was pacification, absolutely first-degree murder, reduced to second degree. This young man is dead. Van Dyke still gets his pension to live off of taxpayer money.
Stop all that.
And we'll have a low sentence on, we'll have a low sentence. On the other hand, Amber Geiger is not in detention, and Tamir Rice Killer is back at work to shoot again.
Yes, absolutely.
He's hired by some other police department in Ohio somewhere. Yes, Amber Geiger is the police officer who murdered, what's his name?
That passenger guy?
No.
That shot through the window?
No. She went to his house, the apartment.
In Dallas.
Botham. And murder him. So no, you're absolutely right. And it is pacification. But I think what people should look at too, and I'm not a lawyer, but I have seen this happen before.
You have slept at a Holiday Inn.
I think if they would have charged him with first degree murder, he would have walked for sure, because there's a higher burden for first degree murder.
True.
So I get it, because if we charge this dude with first degree murder, he gets off completely. You can't charge him again.
Right.
That was a double jeopardy. You can't charge him again if he gets off.
Yeah.
So we might as well go
unless you go to the civil suit. Right?
Yeah, we got to go with they'd already paid $5 million.
Right.
So we go with what's safe, and what's safe is to charge him with a lesser crime if he's found guilty. Hell. 6 years ain't nothing. He took this man's... he wasn't a man yet. He was still a teenager. But took his life. And so, to your point, it's pacification, because it makes most of us say, well, gosh, something is better than nothing, because I think a lot of people were expecting him to walk. I was. When I was listening to Verdict Live, I was like, he's probably going to walk, but we'll see. And I was shocked. And so, hey, Rick... He says, keep on it. Now, Arson says Tamir's murder is back on the job. Yes, he's back on the job. He off, know.
And a lot of that is because of these unions.
Yeah, you figure he wasn't convicted of murder, and I think he was fired. But, so he got another job. So he's back to do it again if he wants to, which he probably will, because that's what happens to a lot of these cops.
And these few bad cops are making. This is what it kills me about this. Is these few bad cops make the good cops look bad. And to me, until the good cops start crossing that blue line and start standing up, what the hell is the point of having fucking body cam on your body, and the cop controls when it comes on and it comes off?
It was off.
Right. It's ridiculous. All
day long, except when I murdered this kid.
But they spend our tax dollars to buy these body cams that are basically
malfunction.
Right.
They weren't working this particular day. Yeah.
Or the union doesn't want it in the jurisdiction because it goes against his.
You got to subpoena that damn thing, and
it's already been edited.
Right. You got to force them to show what happened.
Right. And if they do show it, it's months later.
Right. When somebody had killed somebody else.
Right.
God, I got you.
It's terrible.
And so Jonelle says there's no justice under white rule. You're and you can claim cause. You're white, that you fear for your life.
What are you doing in that job?
In a crowd of cops with guns versus a young black child walking away with a so-called knife on video, and you overkill with 16 shots to his back.
Right.
Yeah, because that's what they said at first. Oh, God,
21 shots.
He was charging toward us, but like you said, come on. If all of y'all out there and what about shoot to wound?
Right.
Or to disable?
Right. Or de-escalate the situation.
Taser him. Something. We've seen white dudes go down. And they do everything but tase. They're like, oh gosh, we don't want to take from them. And please stop.
how do you...
Stop.
You get this guy into custody after a no problem, but a kid is walking away from you. You just 21 shots, 16 hit him right.
He was bloodthirsty anyway. And Kay says, applying the arson, yes, he was hired by another PD in Ohio. They said he deserved a second chance. Of course he does.
Of course he does.
He's a white guy. He was just doing his job. He's got a mouth.
He paid his union dues on time.
Poor little Tamir Rice, who was playing in the park with his sister, his young sister, who was shot within, 2 or 3 seconds after the police officer spotted him, didn't say, hey, stop, what are you doing? And they thought it was a man with a gun. Well, Ohio's an open and carry state, so why can't he have a gun?
Wait. I have to correct you. Ohio is open carry state if you're white.
Well, I know, but I'm saying that's law under the law. That's not the law.
I guarantee you, if you're a black person and you're walking around with your gun in a
shame and mockery, absolutely. And he also say, they got more utilities than black men on their belts, and these cowards and wolf packs always choose their guns. Absolutely. But that's because if you're a police officer, you don't value black life. Black people are just targets to them. Hell, in some police departments, they had a black man as a target. Yeah. For them to practice.
Yeah, for training. Training.
Life is it's nothing.
It has no value.
None. No value. They would hesitate shooting a dog before they hesitated shooting a black man.
I agree with that.
He says he meant then Batman.
The Batman. Yeah. Batman already had everything. The shark repellent.
Right, but like you said, you reach for the gun.
And even if you didn't reach for the gun, what was that one where the guy ran away from it? They planted evidence on him to make it look like...
Right. But we get it. We're black people who are a little bit aware. We're not oblivious to why police officers murder. We also know that police departments, the inception were slave patrols to subjugate black people in and after slavery, especially after slavery. Because listen, we can't have 4 million Negroes roaming free.
Right, but
we need to make sure y'all ain't raping our good white women and plotting on us. We have y'all doing that.
Right. But what do I always say on this show and all the other shows? I'm not saying you have to know the law, but know the basics of the law. Police officer comes up to you, the first thing you should say, if you're going to do a consensual contact with them, what is your name? What is your badge? Because the minute you do that, that clicks off in their head. This guy might know a little bit.
Rarely, though.
Yeah.
It rarely clicks off in their head because we've seen copious amount of videos where black people are like, yo, why are you arresting me? What's the child?
No.
I've already told you. I don't, and then it ends up back.
No. I understand that. But what I'm saying, that's why I'm trying to educate people. Kind of, you have a right.
It works.
Well, the thing is, he's a public servant. Yeah, it's their policy.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
So that way you know who you're talking to.
And I totally agree. You should know the law, but I'm here to argue the other side of that.
Those are the words.
Yeah, and they snatching her up out the house, and she's saying, "Where's your warrant? I need the warrant. What are you arresting me for?" He doesn't have to tell her. Kicks her door in, and so I get what you're saying as far as we know the law because we do
the basic law, right?
But if you were a black person in America, the law was never written for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Never was to benefit you. So police officers with that already in their mind, they're not going to listen. And all they see is a black nigga being defiant to them.
Right.
I don't have to explain nothing to you. You better do as I say, for I hurt you or I murder you. Right. And that's where it is.
Right. Now, again, I agree with you. It's not a disagreement. What I'm saying is, when I was down at the courthouse, my jury duty, and everybody needs to show up for jury duty. Please show up for jury duty. They didn't want a camera in there, and they tried to accost me. And the first thing I said to every officer that came to me, of course they're going to come and surround a skinny little black man in the court. I'm such a threat. Everyone, I said, "What's your name?" Before I even talked, because it was consensual. I knew it was consensual. I said, "Hey, I'm not breaking any law. What is your name before you talk? What is your name? What is your name? What is your name?"
We're also very fortunate in that it didn't end up like
true.
Philando Castile, and that he didn't even get to utter 2, 3, maybe 10 words before he was murdered.
Right. No, I understand.
So it's like, and you told, you should be able to recite the laws, and police officer said, "You're right," but who was it? The congressman back in the day, the black man has what? No
right. A white man should respect.
That a white man will respect. And so if they know, they ain't got to respect you, nigga.
Right.
Do as I say before it goes on up in here. That's really where they're coming from.
Right.
So But I get it. And Jonelle says, "What's amazing? You don't got every day, every other month, week, etc. Cases of black officers shooting whites or anybody at random, fearing for their life. And 2 cases happened with the white woman. I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's see. With the white woman and the other black child, them cops got arrested and are a mystery. Yes." They probably already serving a 25 to life sentence. Right. They're talking about the brother who shot the white lady in the driveway because he thought she was reaching for something. Yeah. The white people lost their minds. You didn't hear the whole, well, what did she do before the video started?
Right.
Well, how do we know that she didn't comply? And if she would have just come, we didn't hear none. It was all the horror he needs to pay. He killed our white woman. What are we going to do now? You know, and he was
gone.
Like, they didn't take, like you said, with this Van Dyke dude, they didn't take 4 years to convict him.
Right.
Like you said, where is he? And the brothers, the white, the little white boy in Louisiana, was 2 cops. They dealt with them. Where they at?
Quickly.
Where did a Bermuda Triangle swallow them up? Where are these brothers at? Are they still alive? I mean, really?
You know, and I think also the swiftness in the justice is the ignorance of not knowing the law or not having a good representation. Right. Because what's the first thing when you get a public defender or a white lawyer, if you're lucky to get one, we need to take this plea deal.
And I learned that. I can't remember what I was watching because I watch a lot of stuff. But it says that this number could be kind of high, but 98% of cases end in the plea deal.
In a plea deal, right.
Gosh, that's a lot of people who don't. Understand why you wouldn't, especially if people don't have faith in the legal system. But that's a lot of people saying, I'm going to take a strike or something on my record opposed to, going to jail.
Right, but wouldn't it be better since they're going to get you anyway, just go through the trial?
Make them for it. I agree. We spending all this taxpayer money.
Exactly. Go through the trial.
I don't want 25 to life, but damn.
And here's a funny thing, real quick, those guys that...
and not to cut you off, but Jonelle says, Judge Tanny Dred Scott case.
Yes. You guys remember Shira Wright? She was the wife of the basketball player. She was deemed competent to stand trial. So she is still going through the situation.
All about her, to be honest with you.
The brother that is her co-conspirator, he was deemed indigent because he's been locked up for 6 months, so he doesn't have any money. So now they have to. The taxpayers are going to pay for his investigations and any other money moving forward. So take him to the court.
Take it to trial.
Take it to trial. Shoot.
And Jonelle says the other case was a white child got killed accident in the back of a truck while they were shooting at the father. Yes, that's the one in Louisiana. And Archer says no law is useful. Unfortunately, it's no sure way to get off the hook. The wrong quote-unquote officer will still shoot you no matter what. And then we'll be off the hook. Same story over and over again. Absolutely.
No, absolutely. But then again,
Secret Garden, where you in?
But then again, you also got to take in the concept of you as the person got to know when to de-escalate and kind of back off and walk away.
And then Secret Garden said 44 years in jail. Black cops go to jail. Wow. But no, of course. Now listen, this is where wisdom is going to have to get in. I just,
Yes,
listen.
please, pass it on.
You already know, as black people in America, the minute the po-po come up behind you, I don't know what your chances are of survival just on the fact that they came up behind you. But the last thing you want to do is be getting it crunk with the man. Because he waiting. He just itching. Just like, please, nigga, please. Give me a reason to do something to you. Just give me a reason. And so, I know that is an emotional thing. Somebody accuses you or does something to you that you don't like. You like to get hypey and, I'm going to tell you. Don't do that. Right.
Because when I court, in my situation where they didn't want cameras in the court, and I said, that's illegal, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I made my point. That's what I got to do. I said, look, I'm out.
At the end of the day, you want to go home.
Exactly. I put my camera in the car. I came back.
And you want to be right or dead.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So you as the individual need to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah, because listen, while I might know my rights and you this, that, and the other, you need to show me whoop-de-whoop.
No.
I want to go home tonight.
Comply.
I can go to court the next day. And go from there, but I want to go home. At the very least, I want to make it to jail alive. If you're going to take me to jail, I don't want my family to be having to uncover some shit trying to find out how I got strangled up or something.
Paddy wag, and next thing you know, you're dead coming out of it because they hit them court.
It's good, taking him to jail, and they drove him around the block a few times in a van. When they finally pulled him out, his neck is broken. Or we don't know what happened to him.
Right. Yeah,
so, I mean...
Yeah, so you got to know when...
and he wasn't even doing that. They literally snatched his kid up off the street.
Yep.
And he comes out of the van dead.
Yeah.
And so, I agree with you. We should know the law, but we should know when to shut up.
Yeah. You know, point and go about your business.
Yeah, officer, I didn't run a stop light. Yes, you did. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah, give me the ticket.
What do you need from this point on, officer?
Right.
What do I got to do?
Right. Fight it in court. Because he's not the arbitrator.
I read a book that said police officers are, in many cases, the judge, jury, and executioner right on the spot. They're not supposed to be.
Right, but
they're supposed to protect and serve. But in that instance, especially when they see your black ass, I'm the judge, jury, and executioner. Right. What you gonna do?
At that point,
I could fabricate this as a moot point. Like,
exactly.
Shut the
it was like, I want to break off this consensual contact. Go and put my camera in the car. Yeah, because I know your mama wasn't
trying to come bail your black ass out.
Exactly. But you know what I mean? I knew, hey, I will comply. Let me go do it.
You want to be right or dead. That's honestly, I know that's a sucky situation for us people here in America, but that's just the truth. I mean, it's the truth now as it was in 1818 or 1918
or
when
2018.
you're walking down the street, you and your family coming from church, and then the white man ride up on you on his horse. Where you going, niggers?
Let me see your papers.
Oh no, we're just going home from church, sir. Opposed to why you want to know where we going? You knew better than that. I know we got rights now, but we're almost at that point still.
Yeah.
You know what you doing now? I was just going home, sir. You know what I mean?
And especially when we're on the back street and there ain't no city cameras looking back there. Anything can happen.
That's and I'm a black woman, and that's scary. I haven't been knock on wood. Let me see your leg. I haven't been.
OI sticker on the back of the bumper. Right. For those that don't know, Fruit of Islam.
They have NOI stickers that you can put a decal on the back of your car, the side of the window, so when the officer come up, they'll be like, oh, okay. Never mind. Go about your business.
Go about your business, ma'am. Please
go. Okay.
they know if they mess with you, they're going to be problems later on.
That's funny. But no, in all seriousness, we just... we got to use wisdom always. In all things, especially as black people, we got to use wisdom. And so, Officer Jason Van Dyke, did he get what deserved?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Remember when they got Saddam? Ladies and gentlemen?
Right.
We got him.
Yeah, and I guess he black ebullient for that, for behind him going to jail for a good reason. But did he get what he deserved? No. He deserved
we need to do a life for a life.
Yeah, I mean, he deserved the first-degree murder conviction, and especially since he lied, but he didn't get off.
Right. And it's really a sad thing.
And they said that it's been 51 years since a police officer in Chicago
was convicted
of murdering, I think it's a black person, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So that's a long time.
But again, I don't know about you guys, but, cops, because we are the government, we give them the power to police us. And when they abuse that power, that's why they should be held at a higher standard. So take a life unnecessarily, they should be immediately put to death.
Well, Dr. Carl Anderson in closing talks about this too, because I don't see any more comments. He says that when black people practice group economics, we should we practice it right. We should be able to have influence on the police department.
Right, and some say.
Yeah, because when you where there's money, there's power. Where there's unity, there's power. And so if we were a force to be reckoned with, they would think twice before murdering one of us in cold blood and then going home and eating their dinner that Becky made for them.
Sue.
Yeah, or Sue, Barb, or whoever. It's like to kill a black person in cold blood. Go home, honey. Is dinner almost ready?
Yeah. I mean,
how was your day, honey? Oh, I just the nagger.
Yeah, it's almost like it's nothing.
Well, how was it?
Yeah, it's almost like it's nothing. Like it's like
sleep at night. Like if I feel like I've lied, which I don't lie like that. I might lie about how much I weigh or something, but not major. But if I feel like I've done something bad, it's hard for me to sleep at night.
Well, here's the thing. I was a military man, even in combat, and we're doing these things. We're dropping bombs on these people, and we're shooting up these people. Even though this is the enemy, I still felt bad.
Something.
Because this is a human being that's been
Which is why a lot of you guys come back with issues, because you can't just say, well, I murked 70 people.
What's for dinner?
Yeah, that I would imagine, because a friend of mine, and he was in the Vietnam War, and there was another co-worker who was bragging about the Vietnam War, and he says, I know right away that he's lying about being there. He says, because anybody there
in combat
rarely talks about it. And he said, my friend who was saying that, he was on body detail, and he says it's so disturbing. That's not something you talk about. You don't talk brag about.
Yeah, when you see people heads blown up, I mean, whenever anybody's bragging about it, they've never been in combat.
And that's what he said. He said, there's no way you're coming back bragging about killing people or whatever at war in Vietnam. And so I don't see any more of you guys' comments. I don't know if they're just coming through slowly or whatever the case is. But as always, it is our pleasure to do this show with you guys. Those of you who may have been watching on YouTube, and those who will watch eventually on a produced version of the Demetra K Show. It is our pleasure to do this always. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please inbox us so that we can talk about it, research it, and see if we can learn something new from one another. And Secret Guardian says, cops' occupation, not protect and serve. No, absolutely.
No, it's just a paycheck.
It's a paycheck.
High-paying paycheck.
And if I kill one of them, and a lot of them are bloodthirsty. It's just almost, in a lot of their organizations, there's no doubt in my mind that they have some sort of merit system. Yeah,
Bounty movie that's coming out. It has to do with some girl in high school. You know what I'm talking about? They're talking about it.
The hate you give.
Yeah, the hate you give or gave or something.
My daughter read the book. She said it was a real book.
Okay, so if you get a chance to check it out, I don't really endorse movies, but I heard a really lot of.
I saw the previews. It looks okay.
It looks okay.
So people are saying that. Can you see? He's saying that there's a lot of comments, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting them on my end, because I don't know why.
The comments are good.
But because Marcus is saying that he sees comments, but I don't see the comments, you guys. The last comment I see on my end are from CR, when he says cops' occupation, not protect and serve. That is odd.
We need to say this. D does have a flip phone.
I do not have no damn flip phone. I'm gonna wait a second or two before I leave here. Thank you, Marcus, for letting me know that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I'm going to wait a second or two and see if some more comments pop up from. Okay, I'm starting to see them now. NG, I think that's how you say it. It says be wise men. Okay, so I don't know why they're popping up slow. Facebook, you hating on me?
Could be.
Is there a conspiracy against me?
All right,
what's
you guys.
really
we'll see you
going
next week.
on? I'll